Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. HappyCattyCrypto here. Let's dive into it. Really important time that's coming up. It is that time of the month when Binance burns. That's right, the amazing time. And I think there's a huge misconception with burns, and it's not a bad thing, okay? Always remember this. If you've learned something from these videos, it's a good thing. If you didn't know something, that's great. Then you learned something, you absorbed something, right? So it's really good. Now, what we need to understand with burning is what drives the price behind burning. Well, it's the buybacks. What we need to understand is crypto has a liquidity loop and it has a journey, and each coin is more or less supposed to end back up full circle in the journey back to a situation where a new buyer can buy it again for a higher high, so to speak. That's the concept behind it. Now, when you burn all of these coins, they're just gone, okay? Yes, the long-term result is we're driving down the actual supply. The idea is once we have enough utility, projects, people back, things working, everything flowing, having a lower supply is going to benefit us way more in the future. So, ending this liquidity loop, what we need to understand is that burning's not always going to just send the price up. Everybody needs to remember that. But at the same time, we need to understand how important burning is, because we've just got a ridiculous amount of coins. Getting that supply down, like I said, in the long-term future, it's going to benefit us, but this is way further down the line. But that's why Binance are burning. There's something to it. Otherwise, the biggest exchange wouldn't be burning all of this liquidity all of the time, and they wouldn't get so uppity about us reminting coins from their burn, right? So there has to be something there. And as much as people want to sit there and say it's a tinfoil hat thing, there's something there. There's always been something there from the get-go. I was the first person to tread on any of this. I brought this into the light, people call me crazy, and now here we are with our monthly Binance burns. Shout out to Fatman, who put a tweet out and said, what do you think they're going to do? Just burn Luna Classic for you? Yes, Fatman, that's what we expected them to do, and they did it. Now, moving forward with something more exciting here on the channel. Now, everybody knows, well, and if you didn't know, I broke my back. I've gone away for a little bit because I had to go back for more surgeries, corrective surgeries. Everything's tip top now. Things are starting to flow. Things are looking good in the community. Do you know what I feel like? I feel like launching a project. I feel like that because I feel happy. I feel safe. I feel like things are going in the right direction. If I feel like this, I can imagine loads of other people are feeling like this. What better time to get involved in the market when we're at an all-time low, right? So something before we get on to this section I'm going to get onto is, I think when the price starts dumping the way it dumps, right, we don't want to measure ourselves on going downwards. Okay, we need to measure ourselves on how the coin bounces back after these drops, right? Because what we've actually been seeing is BTC gets crushed, we get crushed with it, BTC recovers, we don't. TC gets crushed again, and we repeat that process, and we're slowly getting crushed and crushed and crushed till we're at an all-time low. Now, you can see here a slight good recovery on LUNC, but if we look at USTC, very good recovery to see this. And I know this is on a small scale, but everything's on a small scale in crypto. Everything's about tomorrow, the day after. No one's thinking months ahead because crypto's so volatile. So do understand, if BTC is going to take a nosedive, hold on, because it's just BTC dominance. It dominates the market. It's not some guy stood behind it like, dump it all, dump it now, do it. It's just BTC dominates the market. What happens is whatever BTC does, everything else follows. When you witness altcoin season and us go through the bull run, you get a way better concept as to how things actually work. And the thing is, right, you don't hear a lot about all of the people that made it rich on crypto. You just see them on Instagram living their lives, right? Because they've made their money. They've become financially independent. Why would they come back into the the mess, the drama, the ups, the downs. You know, a lot of people have made their money in the last bull run, and that's it. The amount of people I saw with crypto flags on boats in marinas is unreal. And you know, every one of those boats have likely been funded by someone's crypto millions that they've made. Now, going back to burning, Binance is likely going to burn on the same day. So it's going to be the first of the next month. And hopefully that will be like that as it continues. As to how much they're going to burn, I don't know. Could be the same, could be more. What we do know is they're burning. That's the key point from this. So like I was saying, I feel like launching a project, and I've had a project, and it is actually named Project LUNC Burn. I know, original, right? And it's just an NFT project, okay? There is it's one picture, and there is, I think, 48 variations of the picture, okay? This NFT costs 50,000 LUNC. There's going to be 100,000 of them available to begin with. If we sell 100,000, which is going to be hard to get everybody to jump into this same idea of spending a little to burn a lot every month, and it's guaranteed. You know, this is HTC we're talking about here. We're not talking about Terrace Vita or any of these other kind of ruggish kind of things. But, you know, this is a big project. By no means is this small. By no means is this going to be easy to do this, but it's very simple. Okay, we release the NFTs and that's it. As they roll in and they're sold, we stake the coins. Okay, and then they remain staked forever. That wallet will be made public. The only person who will have access to it is myself, and it will be held on a ledger, just the same as, so when you own a node, the best way you can go about security is to just have one specific ledger that only has the node's operator key on it. And that's it. Okay, and that's how we're going to treat this. Do we need an audit? No, of course we don't, because you know how we conduct ourselves here. It's a very, very simple project. The white paper is going to be even more simple. This isn't an investment for anybody. You're not going to get any staking rewards from this. You're not going to be able to stake them. You buy it and you're pretty much just committing to a consistent burn forever. As long as the Oracle pool's alive, as long as the blockchain's alive, those burns will happen once a month, every month. And if the project sells out, you know, we're going to be burning, I think, between 100 and 150 million a month LUNC. You know, that's really good for us, for a project that's got huge potential. It's pretty big, but it's simple. We just always need someone who's trusted, right? Who we can ensure is going to do the right thing, walk the righteous path, and not be an a-hole. So honestly, it's ready. When I say it's ready, it's ready. The white paper's done. Everything's done. They even move. That's right, they're GIFs. Everything is there. All I need to do is agree the launch in a specific place where we're going to get the most minimal amount of fees that we can possibly get, because this is a community project, and you know, we're selling NFTs. There's going to be a small fee on all of those NFTs. That's going to add up on a very large scale because we're selling 100,000 of them. You know, it's going to be a lot for any platform that takes this project under its wing. Well, whoever we choose to take it under its wing. We need to ensure we get the most minimal amount of fees because it's going to make the biggest difference. So when the white paper gets released, I'm going to provide two scenarios. Scenario A is going to be, as I just explained, we delegate it all and every month we burn 100% of the yield. Scenario B is, instead of burning 100% of what we get every month, we burn 80% and then we compound 20% to continue adding to the project. This way, we don't need to sell any more NFTs. We don't need to open it up again. And, you know, unless it's such a successful project that the community are like, you know, Jay, open up another 100,000. What's the harm of getting more holders in? 50k LUNC, it's to be sneezed at. Like, it's to be sneezed at. It's that small. But like I was saying, on a grand scale, this adds up. I went through all of this before, you know, I went away from my back stuff and I just didn't have it in me to continue doing everything. I just had to put everything on hold, but now seems like a good time. This USTC situation that's unfolding is grand. There's going to be so many people who are going to absolutely hate on this for the sheer fact that we're reviving a tombstoned coin that broke all of the original community. It destroyed them. They have nothing. They have Luna. Their USTC's gone. They've likely sold it. The majority of them burnt it, as we know. We saw lots of people burning it. So I think this is all food for thought. And like I was saying, if I'm feeling like this, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people are also feeling like this. We've got a few more projects that are launching in the sector, so do keep an eye out for them. These projects, you need to look into them and you need to ensure that, you know, it's one of those things where it's going to benefit the blockchain. Is it a fishwives tale? Is it something that is really impossible to do? Is it something that's simple? Is it doable? You need to be honest with yourselves. That's how I've been with this project, and it really is how I'm saying it is. White paper is going to be coming out soon for everybody to go through. The project's going to release probably the day after that, if not on the same day, if we're all on the same page. Folks, have a really nice Thursday. Rolling on to Friday. A few more videos coming out today. Binance is burning. Everything is going good. I'm pretty sure we're going to be rolling into a full moon soon. Folks, stay safe, stay aware, stay humble. None of this is financial advice. Beware of my squeaky chair, and I will catch you in the next one. God damn, Grandma. Oh, now I've got to go work.